It started like most gym friendships do, quiet, casual, and almost accidental. I'll call myself Nolan. I was going to the gym almost every evening after work. Same time, same routine. It was the only part of my day that felt stable. You start noticing the same faces eventually. One of them was a guy named Josh. Josh was always there, always early, always prepared. Fitted shirts, shaker bottle, big gym bag like he lived for the place. We never talked at first, just small nods. The kind you give someone you recognize but don't know. After a while, that changes. One day it becomes, "What's up?" Like you've known each other longer than you actually have. The first real conversation happened when I was about to bench press. Josh was already on the next bench. He asked if I could spot him. I said sure. He was strong, no doubt about that. After his set, he sat up immediately and started talking. Fast, energetic, asking everything how long I'd been lifting, my split, where I worked, where I lived. I kept it general, nothing personal, but Josh laughed like we were already close friends. Before I went back to my set, he asked for my Instagram. I gave it to him without thinking much about it. It felt normal. Everyone does that now. At first, Josh seemed like just a high-energy gym guy. He'd say hi every time, comment on my form like he was coaching me. Even when I didn't ask, he sent memes, workout clips, random fitness jokes. I replied with emojis and moved on. But something about him felt constant. Like he wasn't just making a friend, he was building a connection to fast. Then one day, he invited me to a local festival. Said it would be fun. I hesitated, but agreed. I thought it would just be a normal hangout. I was wrong. I met Josh at the festival in the afternoon. Right away, something felt different about him outside the gym. Inside the gym, he had structure, focused, controlled, almost normal. Outside, it was like someone turned the volume all the way up. He spotted me and came over grinning too hard. Like we hadn't just seen each other a few days ago, but after years. He slapped me on the shoulder and started talking immediately, fast, loud, overexcited. Then the weird part started. He began doing voices. Not once, not as a joke, all the time. High-pitched cartoon voices, deep villain tones, scratchy, fake laughter like he was switching characters in the middle of normal sentences. At first I laughed because it caught me off guard. It felt random, but it didn't stop. We walked through the festival crowd, food trucks, music, people everywhere, and Josh kept performing. He pointed at strangers and made inappropriate comments under his breath, like he wanted a reaction from the world. I kept smiling awkwardly, scanning around, hoping no one was paying attention to us. But Josh didn't seem to care at all. He leaned into it more. The alcohol made it worse. His jokes got louder, more uncomfortable, more shocking for no reason. Not funny shocking, just out of place. Every time I told him to calm down, he'd respond in another voice, sometimes whispering my name like a joke. Nolan, in a creepy, playful tone. It started to feel less like humor and more like fixation. Like he enjoyed saying my name just to see my reaction. Still, I told myself it was just a socially awkward guy trying too hard. One weird day doesn't define someone. We stayed a couple of hours. I thought that would be it. A one-time hangout. Normal gym acquaintance stuff. But after that day, Josh didn't go back to gym friend mode. He started texting more, checking in constantly. And that's when I realized it wasn't just a friendship to him. It was something else entirely. After the festival, things didn't fade the way I expected. At first, Josh's messages seemed normal gym memes. Random reels, short check-ins like "you coming today?" or "what you training?" I replied here and there. Nothing serious. But slowly, the frequency increased. It stopped feeling like casual contact and started feeling like monitoring. If I didn't reply, he'd send another message. If I left him on read, he'd follow up with, "You good?" At the gym, it got worse. He'd appear next to me without warning, like he was waiting for me specifically. He'd interrupt my sets, talk through my workouts, comment on everything I was doing even when I didn't respond. It wasn't aggressive. It was persistent. There's a difference. Then came the bar night. He invited me out and said two girls were coming too. That made it feel normal again, like a group hangout. But when I arrived, Josh was already there. And the girls never showed up. He acted like it didn't matter, like it was nothing. That's when the feeling in my stomach changed. He had set it up just to get me there. And once again, his behavior escalated. The voices came back, but worse. Fake crying, fake laughing, deep villain tones, baby-like whining. He performed them at the table while people around us stared. And then he started doing it again. Nolan, right in my face. Slow, intentional, like he was testing something. I started feeling trapped sitting there. People were watching. The bartender looked annoyed. I could feel the situation turning into a spectacle. Josh didn't notice or didn't care. When I tried to leave, he acted offended, like I was abandoning him. That night, I drove home feeling relieved, but also uneasy, because I realized something important. He wasn't just socially awkward. He was attaching himself to me, and I wasn't sure how to detach without making it worse. After that bar night, I stopped pretending it was just weird behavior. I started avoiding Josh. New gym timings, different routes, short replies or no replies at all. But he didn't disappear. He adapted. Messages kept coming, even more frequent now. You good? Where you at? Gym today. It wasn't casual anymore. It felt like he expected responses, like silence was something he couldn't accept. Then came the night that changed everything. I was in bed, trying to sleep. Window slightly open. First floor room facing the backyard. It was quiet at first. Then I heard it. A voice. Low, slow, deliberately creepy. It said my name. Nolan. Not loud, but close. Right outside. My body went cold instantly. I sat up, listening. Nothing else followed. Just silence again. I told myself it was my imagination, stress, paranoia. But then it happened again another night. This time from the backyard. Same voice, same tone. Like someone intentionally trying to sound unsettling. And every time, it stopped the moment I reacted. That's when I messaged Josh directly. Are you outside my house? He replied later. No. One word. No explanation. No confusion. No curiosity. Just, no. That made it worse, because it didn't feel like a real answer. I blocked him after warning him to stay away. I told myself it was over. But a few nights later, I saw something at my window. A shadow. Close. Too close. Standing still. I froze. When I finally shouted, it moved away into the dark. After that, I didn't feel safe in my own room anymore. I changed gyms, bought cameras, checked locks constantly. Weeks passed. Nothing happened. Then one morning, my car tire was slashed. Clean cut. No mistake. No accident. Just a message without words. And even though I never saw him again after that, I already knew what it meant. Some people don't leave your life when you walk away from them. They wait.